and to cut through the BS and provide some clarity on what was one of the lowest points in modern day American history. First ever mugshot of a former president. I mean, the closest you have to go back to 1872, where the arrest of President Ulysses S. Grant took place.
Over the last few days, we have seen mugshots released as the 19 defendants in the Fulton County case have started turning themselves in for booking. White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows and Rudy Giuliani and John Eastman, one after the other. The Fulton County Sheriff had promised that former President Trump would be treated like anybody else, that he would get a Fulton County mugshot like everyone else. Well, just now, in the last few moments, the sheriff has released that mugshot from former President Trump. And so I'm saying we should slow down here just for a second, because this is serious stuff for the nation, for who we are as a country. We have never before had a mugshot of a United States president, current or former, but now we do. Here it is. Criminal defendant and former President Donald J. Trump, presumed innocent until proven guilty, in accordance with the rule of law, for his sake and for ours. Whatever you think of the photo, this is not something to take lightly. Our constitutional republic depends on the very basic concept of rule by law, not rule by man. A constitutional standard under which a president is still just a citizen, and all citizens have equal standing before one system of law which applies equally to everyone. The rule of law and the health of our democracy depend not just on the conduct of this criminal case, but on our ability as citizens to take this with the sort of heft that it needs, to look at this and see it as American citizens who prize country above politics, and who ourselves prize the law rather than the fate of any one man. We have never been here before, or we are forced to consider an American president as a suspected and indicted felon, but here we are. It's remarkable itself that we have had 3 previous arrests and indictments of Trump, and none of them produced a mugshot, but Fulton County just decided to do it. That itself is a remarkable thing.
It took us 234 years to get here. There's reason to believe it'll take another 234 before we see another mugshot of a former president of the United States. This is something that only Donald Trump was able to achieve with his presidency, to bring the presidency to this low point.
And while Republicans are parading the mugshot around as if it's something to be proud of, Maddow was there to offer a reminder that this man is a national disgrace, a historic anomaly in regards to how he has discarded rule of law and practices that have gone back generations.
People hustling in those lights that are there, which was not the sort of thing that you usually see on an airport tarmac. We did think that this was a possibility tonight. We didn't know for sure that it was going to happen, but it looks like Trump may decide to make public remarks before he gets back on his big private plane and flies back to New Jersey. If he does that, we're not going to take those remarks live, but we will cover them for their newsworthiness. As we've said in the past, there is a cost to us as a news organization of knowingly broadcasting untrue things. And given his previous remarks on the subject that we are almost sure he will speak on, we will not carry those remarks live. And you can be mad at us about it. We can take it. We're big. But we'll cover it for newsworthiness, and we'll turn it around and let you know what he says after he has made those remarks. But that's what we think is.
This is Terra Incognito.
Since we have been on the air, we've crossed another never happened before moment for the American presidency, which is we've just, for the first time ever in U.S. history, had word from the New York Times that this president, this is now confirmed by NBC News, has chosen his bail bondsman. It's just bizarre, but Trump is going to use a commercial bail bondsman, Charles Shaw, Foster Bail Bonds, in Georgia, to post his $200,000 bond. This has been confirmed by the bondsman himself. Trump will pay the bondsman 10% of his bail amount. So his bond was set at $200,000. He'll pay him $20,000 cash, presumably out of a big bag marked with a $sign on it, with a bandit mask on. And that should expedite his release.
And Rachel, her sentiments were echoed by colleague Joy Reid, who reminded her viewers how Trump has evaded accountability his entire life. Meanwhile, black and brown people across the country have found themselves at the mercy of a two-tiered justice system that offers backdoor exits for the likes of Trump. So to even see his mugshot, well, that was a form of justice.
You know, I can tell you for me, it is, you know, when I moved back to New York, one of the mugshots that sit with me, I mean, I still remember that he made 5 teenagers my age take a mugshot. that he wanted them not just to take a mugshot, he wanted them dead.
Say what that case was.
And this was the Central Park 5 case, the exonerated 5, you know, and they were my age.
Yeah.
So as a teenager living in New York, I've said it before, this is the reason I never watched The Apprentice. I despised Donald Trump because he, to me, signified the rich white guy in Manhattan that absolutely hated and despised me, that hated and despised my cousins, my friends, everyone we knew, that called us wilding just because we were in the park, that said we can't be free to walk around in the street, that said when Patrick Dorismond got killed by an off-duty police officer, he's no choir boy. And he was was no altar boy. He was literally an altar boy. Giuliani said that. And so people like Giuliani and people like Trump persecuted Black and brown people in New York. It's what they did for fun. It's what they did for pleasure. They enjoyed it. They enjoyed lording over people who had nothing, who had no $1 million lawyers, who couldn't change lawyers at the drop of a hat and get a different hip hop lawyer the next day when they were tired of one, who couldn't go out and make their case on, Fox or on Newsmax, who had nothing, and who Donald Trump lorded his everything over, and still people who looked like them put him in rap songs. It was an indignity to me that something I loved, a culture I love, would lionize that. And so to me, this is justice. The fact that Manhattan didn't give him a mugshot, I thought was offensive. I thought that the Fed said, we already know what he looks like. He was the president of the United States. Okay, offensive. Everyone else had to take him. This case, and I think Fani Willis is a hero. She is a national hero because she, more than any prosecutor in this country, and I respect Jack Smith and I respect all the prosecutors that are doing this, she's the only one who said these wealthy, powerful, privileged men and women are just American citizens. And when they break the law, they will take that picture.
And while the same people who touted Trump as the president of law and order will be lining up to put his mugshot on flags, Democrats are doing what they have continued to do through all of this: work for the American people. Unlike the cult leader who tried to overthrow our very democracy, only to realize that, well, he can't pay his way.